5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi everyone, hope everybody's doing well. I have my coffee this morning here, beautiful morning, and my washing machine stopped. That's what happens when you have your YouTube studio in the garage. You have competing priorities here. But anyways, I've recently received a lot of emails, and I've had people ask me my thoughts on portable power stations or portable solar generators. So I actually recently had a need to buy one myself. Not for me personally, because if you see my other videos, you know that I have a huge DIY portable solar generator that I built, and I also have several solar systems around my property that I can use. But I have somebody in my family who recently went to college, and I'd like to provide them with a gift to use in case they have an emergency, and got one right here. So it just came. I've been looking forward to receiving it for a while, but you don't want to rush out and just grab one of these things in a panic buy, whether you're buying for yourself or somebody else. So it's very important. There's thousands of them out there. Okay, it seems like every Chinese manufacturer that makes batteries is putting a box around it and putting some electronics in it and pushing it out to the market. So I can help you hopefully go through the requirements process to get one that will satisfy your needs, because nobody wants to spend hundreds of dollars on an item to find out that it doesn't meet your expectations and doesn't do what you expected it or need it to do. So with that being said, let's get techie. So when I started the buying process for my portable solar generator, I stuck to 3 criteria. I'm going to go through those with you now to show you how I made my decision. So the first step is to have a little coffee to get your brain functioning properly. It's kind of hard sometimes. No, just kidding. The first step that you need to do is determine your use case. What do you want to do with this unit? Do you plan to use this lightly just to power cell phones, laptops, wireless modems, routers, that type of thing, just to keep some connectivity? If that's the case, you can get away with a little smaller unit. I would say 300 watts is the sweet spot for that. If you want to charge all of those small electronics, and you also want the added functionality to be able to boil water in a kettle, to make coffee, tea, ramen, spaghetti, or use a small rice cooker to cook other small meals, then you need something a little more substantial, and I would recommend a 500 watt unit. So it's very important to properly size the unit for what you want to run on it. After you've determined what size unit you need, the second step is to have another sip of coffee. No, I'm kidding. The second step is to determine the charging rate you want. So what you'll find with the charging rate, it varies on these units. When you look at the specifications online, you'll see that a lot of these units take 10 to 12 hours to charge via the car input or the solar input. To me, that's unacceptable if you're going to use this heavily and on a daily basis during a long-term outage, because your charge rate won't be able to keep up with your usage rate. You'll use it faster than you can charge it up, because 10 to 12 hours is a long time. Most people here in the US have a 4 to 6 hour window of good charge time. So I would say the minimum you'd want is 6 to 8 hours. That will allow you to recharge this to fully or close to fully on a daily basis. Then you can deplete it as you go. Now, that may not be important to some of you. As I mentioned earlier, if you're going to stick this in a closet or have it on standby use, fully charged, and just pull it out for a couple hours, you can get away with a slower charge rate. 10 to 12 hours might be fine. You might be able to charge it up over 2 days, stick it back in storage, and then bring it out the next time you need to use it. So the third criteria that I looked at in making my decision, and I would recommend that you do this as well, is to look at the battery type inside the unit. That has a lot to do with the longevity of it, how many times you'll be able to use it during its lifespan. So there's three main battery chemistries used. There's lithium ion, lithium polymer, lithium iron phosphate. The lithium ion and lithium polymer are a little bit older technology, still work fine. You'll get 500 to 600 cycles before the battery degrades to a lesser state, right? And that means that it won't last as long, and you'll see a steady decline to nil eventually. So those two are fine. Like I said, this goes back to your use case and your requirements. If you are going to store it away for long periods of time, just break it out occasionally, take it on camping trips, just use it for short power outages, or you only want to get a year or two's use out of it. Or if you have, not everybody's the same financially, they are a little bit less expensive. And if you want to just have something in extreme emergency, you can break it out and it'll get you through, a few years. That's awesome. Go ahead and go for that. The lithium iron phosphate is a newer battery technology, and you get probably 1,500 to 2,000 cycles. So it's a little more long-term. Like I said, if you're going to be investing, a couple $100s into these things, I'm big on return on investment. I want to make sure that I get something that's going to last me the longest times possible. Like I said, there's no right or wrong there. It just depends on what you're going to use it for, how long you expect to use it, etc. So hopefully this video has been helpful in determining a few things. First of all, coffee's friggin' awesome, okay? Second of all, what you want to do before making a knee-jerk reaction or just buying something to have it is, as far as these portable solar generators or portable power stations are concerned, is you want to plan it out. Plan carefully, because nothing sucks worse than spending hundreds of dollars on something and finding out that it doesn't suit your needs because you didn't plan for it. So determine what you want to run on it. That's the biggest thing, to properly size it. The second step is to determine your charging rate. Why would you have this to use if you can't fill it up every day? If you're in a long-term outage, 2 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, a month, you want to be able to charge this thing up and utilize it every day to its maximum capacity, so you get everything out of it that you paid for. And the third thought to take into account is the battery type. How long do you want this to last? If you're fine with just 2 or 3 years of sporadic use, then a lithium ion or lithium polymer battery, fine. You'll actually get a cost discount. It's cheaper for them. That will be a good fit for a lot of people, and there's nothing wrong with it at all. I mean, it still works. It gives you power. I was actually going to buy one of those before I bought this. This happens to be a Life PO4 battery, because when I invest a couple $100s in something, I want to squeeze as much use out of it as I can. That's just me. But like I said, there's nothing wrong either way you go. It just depends on what you need. So that's the important thing I'm trying to convey here, is think about what you need, how you're going to use it, how much you want to spend, and that way you'll make a more informed decision. So I hope this video has been helpful in sending you down the right path to possibly purchase a portable solar generator or portable power station of your own. Please stay tuned to my channel, because I'm going to be reviewing the unit that I bought. You might be surprised at the results. And I'm going to be using it. I'm going to show you how to best utilize these things during a power outage to make your life a little more comfortable. So please like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when I have new videos coming out. And most importantly, share this with people. Anybody who you think might benefit from this, your friends, your family who might be in the market to get one of these or needs one. Show them the video. Hopefully it'll help them so they don't get burned and buy the wrong unit. So that's all for today. I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.